Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna talk about Raegen abilities awakenings. So let's talk about his passive first. So his passive, there are two passive, Kingdom's Hero and Forsaken Armor. I think you need to prioritize your Kingdom's Hero first, okay? Because this will increase your true dual wield capacity. So after fully awaken this, you're gonna have 100% true dual wield stats. And the most important thing is this will upgrade your limit burst. Okay, and that's really important because you will see later why. And the next upgrade is Forsaken Armor. This will buff you 50% attack, which is good. So after this awakening, he gonna have 170% attack boost, 10% lower than Pyroglacial Lastwell. But remember, Pyroglacial Lastwell already get his awakening, while Raegen has still some potential in quote. But I'm not sure when he gonna gets that. Maybe when other power creep character gonna come out, which make it useless again. Okay, and talking about weapon choice, to get 170%, you need to equip two of these weapon categories, but they are not a problem because sword, dagger, katana, greatsword are a good weapon for physical attackers. Okay, so enough about stats and passive. Now let's take a look on his abilities awakening. So for his abilities awakening, I think you should prioritize absolute mirror of equity move, because like you can see here, he can chain with two family, divine ruination, and absolute mirror of equity. But at this point of the game, okay, at this point, divine ruination is kinda meh. Okay, it's old relic. The strongest divine ruination character, I really cannot remember who is that. Okay, maybe Hyo. No. Jack is stronger than Hyo. Not sure. I don't even remember who is the strongest divine ruination character at this point. Maybe it is Raegen. Not sure. But the point is, yeah, awaken this Octo Strike Blade first, because I must say this is his strongest ability. Because like I said, this Kingdom's Hero upgrades your LB, and if you use your LB, then it's gonna increase 14 times damage modifier to your Octo Strike Blade. So this means this Octo Strike Blade gonna deal 40 times damage per cast. Okay, with dual wield 80 times, which is very nice. And the second priority is this Crimson Frost Edge, because this will imperil Ice Resist by 110%, 10% better than your LP. And yeah, it is a nice damage when you still cannot use your LB, okay, because without your LB, this is superior compared to your Octo Strike Blade. Okay, good. And the third upgrade is Azor Flame Edge. You only use this to get the benefit from the Fire Imperil and the fire element imbue, just in case you don't equip fire elemental weapon. Okay, you don't need this for the fire ruination chaining, I mean. Okay, so yeah, the last skill, Blade of Azor Crimson. Also, this one is only for the imperil purpose, just in case the enemy able to dispel himself from fire and ice, you want to add this effect again, you can do so. But again, your LB already imperiled this fire and ice resist by 100% too, so I don't think you need this, guys. Okay, because basically after you use your LB, you're gonna use your Octo Strike Blade, because this buff only lasts for 2 turns. Okay, so yeah, you don't need this. This is definitely not your priority. Your priority is Octo Strike Blade and Crimson Frost Edge. Okay, now let's talk about the damage modifier. I mean, rotation. So on the first turn, I think the most efficient skill you can use on the first turn is Crimson Frost Edge. This way, you're gonna imperil Ice Resist and add Ice Element to your attack if you need it. Okay, and because you already, I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure, because is written first, the Ice Imperil, I believe that you get the Imperil benefit from the first attack. So in that case, you already deal 60.9 times damage from the first turn, which is not bad. Okay, very nice. On the first turn, you deal this damage. And the problem is on the second and the third turn, because you need to use this. This is not bad, but by any mean, okay, it deals 24 times damage if you count the dual wield factor. And with Imperil, it's gonna deal 50.4 times, but again, this kind of bland, okay, especially if you compare to Pyroglacial Lastwell, then I must say Pyroglacial Lastwell able to dish better average damage, because after you use Mirror of Equity concentration, your obliterating Mirror of Equity deals high damage on every turn. But for this, you need to stick with it until you manage to fill your LB. So I assume you're able to gather it after 2 turns. Okay, so on the 4th turn, you use your LB. Another problem is this LB is not chainable with anyone. So this, oh my god, not that good in my opinion. Unless of course you have Raegen friend or copy. Okay, so after using this, the good point about Raegen is after using this, your Octostrike blade will become very powerful. And based on my calculation, okay, after LB, if you use this, you're gonna deal 160 to about 168 times damage, okay? 160 if the 110% Imperil from Crimson Frost Edge are gone. Okay, I'm not sure about counting the turn, okay? So yeah, if the 110% Imperil still takes effect, you're gonna deal 168 times. But if it is already worn off, you only get 100% Imperil benefit. So in that case, you only deal 160 times damage. So it is good because if you remember, Xeno maximum damage output per turn with triple cast is 171 times damage per turn. So I must say it is not much difference. Okay, but again, the problem is after this, after using that Octostrike blade, you are back to low damage again. So really, when using Raegen, you need to time your attack really well. Okay, use this when you're ready to deal finishing blow on the next turn. If not, then after using this, you need to able to gather LB crystal as fast as you can if you want to use it again. Okay, and yes, the point is because he really need that faster LBV rate, I think his best weapon is actually a dagger. Okay, so he is a dual wielder, so I suggest you to equip dagger on your first slot and katana, greatsword, or sword on your second slot, because dagger rare ability is faster LBV rate, and I think it is enough. Okay, I don't think dagger is a bad weapon for Raegen because he is a dual wielder. So you don't need to worry about masteries because, for example, Raegen abilities already occupied by Heroes Foe Dark. Okay, and the second slot probably gonna be dual form, so you only have 2 ability slot left. It is not hard at this point of the game to search for 2 masteries of the same weapon. So for katana, for example, you can search for katana mastery from Chizuru and Disparate Swordsman. If your secondary is greatsword, then you can use Awkward Father Love and Proud Fencer or whatever. For sword, you can use Opposition, Dark Knight Soul, and other things. Okay, so dagger won't hamper his offensive abilities. Okay, it will be very good. And the second important thing if you want to use Raegen is to have LB fill rate buffer on your party. So for example, I read Sylvie in that case, maybe with high faster LBV rate and faster LBV rate buff in the battle, you may be able to use this every other turn. So use this once, and then on the next turn, Octo Strike Blade, and it will fill your LB gauge, and then you can use your LB again. With that rotation, your Raegen probably better than Pyroglacial Laswell. Okay, but if you cannot pull that, I say Pyroglacial Laswell is maybe better. Okay, so yep, I think that's all you need to know about Raegen. Interesting character, but really I need his Latent ability at this point. Okay, really, what's the point releasing late upgrade? Okay, so I think with his Latent ability, he can be on par with at least Lightning, because even without Latent ability, he is kind of on par with Xeno, but still inferior, a little bit inferior. Okay, so yep, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Prep XP guide. Bye bye guys.